Jerry Smith had his sister by his side when he got the news. Roy Simmons came out on live TV but hid his status for years. Ray McDonald's family never even told the truth in his obituary. These are NFL players who faced HIV and serious illnesses the world knew nothing about.
Listen, we ran all the tests. It looks like you have HIV. And it was pretty silent.
Jerry Smith was drafted in 1965 by the Washington Redskins and never played for another team. He played 13 seasons, caught 421 passes, scored 60 touchdowns, an NFL record for tight ends that stood for 26 years, 2 Pro Bowls, 2 All-Pro selections. He helped Washington reach Super Bowl VII. When he retired in 1977, he was one of the greatest tight ends ever. But behind all that greatness, Jerry was hiding a secret. He was gay, and in the NFL's brutal macho culture of that era, that was something he could never say out loud.
Talking to Jerry Smith, he always knew he was gay. The fear was instilled from a very early age. Everything you want is going to be destroyed if they find out.
He never came out during his career. The stigma was too heavy, the risk too real. Then in late 1985, everything collapsed. Jerry was diagnosed with AIDS, basically a death sentence back then. No treatments, no hope.
Listen, we ran all the tests. It looks like you have HIV. And it was pretty silent.
Then he did something no pro athlete had ever done. In August 1986, Jerry told the Washington Post he had AIDS, becoming the first professional athlete ever to go public with that diagnosis. He wanted to raise awareness and kill the stigma. 2 months later, on October 15, 1986, Jerry Smith died at 43. 23 of his former Super Bowl teammates showed up to say goodbye. After his death, former players confirmed what many had whispered. Jerry was gay, but the era he played in never gave him the freedom to live openly. His story was quiet, tragic, and incredibly brave. But HIV wasn't the only battle these NFL players faced.
Michael Vick, it's truly an honor to welcome you to Vlad TV.
Thank you, man, but you got to get that right. It was 4-time Pro Bowler.
We'll start over.
Nah, they ain't got to they ain't got to start over.
Michael Vick, #1 pick in 2001. He didn't just play quarterback, he reinvented the position. Speed, arm talent, pure flair. 4 Pro Bowls across 15 seasons with Atlanta, Philadelphia, and New York. But his off-field life was a storm. Everyone knows the dogfighting conviction that sent him to federal prison in 2007. But there was something else, quieter and far less talked about. In March 2005, a woman named Sonia Elliott sued Vick, claiming he knowingly gave her genital herpes after unprotected sex in 2003, while allegedly visiting clinics under a fake name, Ron Mexico. The case settled out of court in April 2006. No admission of wrongdoing, no public confirmation from Vick ever. But Ron Mexico took on a life of its own. Fans made jerseys. The NFL had to ban the name from custom merchandise. It became sports folklore, and it never fully went away.
It feels great. I mean, it's definitely an honor. I get an opportunity to go into a Hall of Fame in Buffalo with a lot of the greats that have played in this city.
Marcel Darius was a first-round pick in 2011, a dominant defensive tackle for the Buffalo Bills who earned Pro Bowl honors and a 9-figure contract. Then in July 2018, 2 women filed civil lawsuits against him in the same week. Both allege sexual assault while unconscious. Both allege he knowingly transmitted herpes. His attorneys called it all baseless. One lawsuit was dismissed in April 2019. No criminal charges were ever filed, no admission of wrongdoing. But the damage was done. His production was already declining, his relationship with the Jaguars was crumbling, and those allegations left a stain no stat line could erase. Xavier Howard, one of the best cornerbacks of the last decade, 2nd-round pick in 2016. Multiple Pro Bowls, NFL interception leader, one of the richest CB contracts ever. In October 2022, a woman sued Howard in Broward County, claiming he knew he had herpes since 2019 and kept having unprotected sex with her without ever telling her. His attorney called it completely fabricated. The case was eventually dropped. But a redaction failure in the court documents accidentally exposed confidential details, and suddenly the story exploded back into the news. Howard never spoke publicly on it. His reps denied everything. The case faded, but on the internet, it never truly disappears. Eric Moulds, first-round pick in 1996, 12 NFL seasons, a Bills legend. In December 2024, a woman from Tonawanda, New York sued Moulds, claiming he deliberately spread herpes type 2 during a 2023 relationship. But this lawsuit went further. It alleged Moulds specifically targeted single mothers who were Bills fans across Western New York and had been doing it for years, quietly settling previous cases with NDAs. The lawsuit even claims his pregnant fiancée contacted the plaintiff and urged her to get tested. Molt has not spoken publicly. The case is still unresolved. Given his Hall of Fame status in Buffalo, the local media doesn't know how to handle it. This one is far from over.
Everything so far has been about HIV and STIs, but the last two stories hit different because this threat can strike any NFL player, anytime, with zero warning. Brandon Noble was a defensive tackle for the Washington Redskins. Tough, respected, built his career on grit. After a routine knee procedure, he contracted MRSA, a dangerous bacterial infection that resists most antibiotics. His leg got destroyed fast. Doctors fought to save not just his career, but his leg and his life. Amputation was on the table. He survived, but his NFL career was gone forever. Noble became a public voice on MRSA, speaking at medical conferences and being featured by the Infectious Diseases Society of America. His case forced the NFL to start taking locker room hygiene seriously, but it wasn't enough to stop what came next.
Daniel Fells was a tight end for the Giants and several other teams, a dependable pro preparing for another season. Then in fall 2015, he contracted a rare, aggressive strain of MRSA. In a matter of days, he went through at least 5 emergency surgeries. His foot was so infected that doctors openly discussed amputation to save his life. He spent weeks in agony. CBS News, ESPN, Sports Illustrated, NPR, everyone covered it. Fells survived, he kept his foot, but his NFL career was over. His case, alongside Noble's, pushed the league to upgrade its cleaning and medical protocols. But as long as players share locker rooms with open cuts and turf burns, MRSA will always be lurking. Thanks for watching. Check out other cards on the screen.